Today we're gonna harvest all my leafy greens such as spinach, lettuce, pak choi and stuff like that. And we're gonna add some of this to boost the plant production. And it also keep a lot of bugs and pests and ants and stuff on your garden, especially if you have like slugs and snail. This will do the job. And this is my hands. You don't need scissors, you don't need a pruner when you harvest leafy crops. The way I harvest, come back every 4 to 5 days, we're ready to harvest again. At one of my kids' bed, we have Swiss chard growing over here. We got some beautiful overgrown lettuce right here. It has to harvest right now. We got a lot of purple pak choi I've been harvesting. We have a couple of spinach plants over here too. And over here we have beetroot leaves, which is my favorite. The beetroots at the bottom, more kale, and other plants are here. First thing first, what I'm going to tell you right now, you want to harvest your lettuce 3 inch to 6 inches, but do not go and pull out the whole plant. Do not cut the plant from the side and stuff. Listen, simple and easy. These are the bigger leaves. We're going to harvest all of the bigger leaves. Leave the small one. They're going to continue growing within another 4 or 5 days. And what I'm going to do right here, look, you could just press this down like that. Look, and it comes right off with no kind of effort. We don't need, or you could even like hold the plant and then sideways like that. Look, beautiful leaf. Always remember to wash your leaves when you're done. So we're gonna harvest all the outside leaves only. Leave the small one. They will continue growing, and throughout the whole season you could harvest this for a long period of time. And if you have any small one on the ground, we're gonna remove them too. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick how we do this, and then we're gonna add our stuff to boost it. So normally I'll leave back about 3 to 4 leaves right there, but you see like they're medium size, and then I clean everything around there. I put the soil close up like this, keep the plant in place like that. This is how I'm harvesting, leaving back a couple of the leaves. And this right here is used coffee grounds. What I'll do, you could sprinkle some around, but if you have like bugs or pests eating your plants, sprinkle it on your plants. Like slugs and snail, they don't like used coffee ground, and ants and a lot of different other stuff. This one is already broke off. And then wash them before you eat them. This Swiss chard, I do the same thing. Come right here, remove the outer leaf. Just use my nail, pinch it off. Look at that leaf, beautiful. See that? So I come here every couple days and I harvest. So this way the plant will continue growing. Now we're not gonna pick this. We're gonna leave this one right here with a bunch of smaller leaves. Pak choi, I harvest about 3 to 4 times already. And you see, as the leaves, same thing I do. I come right here and I only remove the outer leaf. There's nothing more you need to do. Do not pull out the plant. And so we're gonna harvest at least 8 to 10 times before winter here comes. When it comes to spinach, you could harvest your leaves between 2 to 4 inches is fine. And same thing, remove the outer leaves, not the small one. If you get a little bite right here, a hole, or sometimes the caterpillar, just check on the back. What to do is just pinch it out right here and like wash them out. A little hole, there's nothing wrong with that. And keep removing all the bigger one. And this way the plant will start growing more of the smaller one. Finally finish, harvest all the lettuce. Just don't forget, you have to wash. I still have to harvest more, but like I said, I take a handful and I just sprinkle it all over on top of my plant even. It takes a little while to break down, but in the meantime, it's helping out a lot to the soil, to the plants, keeping away some pests, and then eventually feeding our plants. I gotta harvest all this, but I'm running out of time. So the good thing and the bad thing when you harvest lettuce this way, it takes a longer time to harvest because you have to remove all the outer leaves. Instead of pulling out the whole plant, it takes like a couple seconds to pull out the whole plant, but it takes a couple minutes to harvest all of the plants. Like for example, this is from 10 plants right now, and this is, we have a full container. Imagine harvesting this container every 5 days just from 10 lettuce plants every 5 days. So think about it. If you can't able to eat that in 5 days, you come back in 5 days, you have a whole batch ready. So then you have a lot of lettuce to share with your friends and family. So you got to ask yourself something. Should I pull out the whole plant or cut the whole plant out on harvest fast, but only one time? Or we harvest all the outer leaves and get tons of harvest throughout the whole season. And don't forget to add some used coffee ground or even add organic fertilizer with a higher nitrogen. A higher nitrogen will boost the plant production when it comes to leafy greens. I've been doing it for a long time. I love doing it, and I get the best production. If you have used coffee ground, don't be afraid to sprinkle, twice a month. It's not going to be too acid or too much for the plant. If you use fresh or unused coffee ground, well, then that's going to be more strong. So I would suggest a used coffee ground if you don't have, some kind of source of nitrogen for your plants. And another thing, try to harvest on time. And when it comes down to water in the fall weather, I water every 2 to 3 days, mostly 3 days right now, because the weather is not hot. We don't have too much of sun, and even the sun is not that hot, so it's not drying out the soil. So you do not want to overwater when it comes down to fall time. All right, thank you so much for watching Green Tea Garden. I appreciate everybody who's been subscribing, and thank you for everybody who just joined. I'm in Long Island, New York. We're in fall time. We still have a lot of more stuff growing, and then we're going to be taking the garden indoor, baby. So hopefully next week I'm going to start up an indoor hydroponics garden system, and we're going to get that going. So you guys stick around, and if you're new, please don't forget to click the subscribe button followed by the bell icon. Every time you guys do it and I upload a video, you'll get it right away, and it's 100% free. I do appreciate anybody who take the time to subscribe. Have a blessed and a wonderful weekend from Green Tea Garden.